Hi, I'm Elvin Fairy. Why is my name Elvin Fairy? Why not? That's my answer. I'm making a blog pretty much because I'm bored and vain and curious to see how many people would actually look at it. Let's see, what do you do in a blog? You talk. So, I'm gonna talk. What should I talk about? How about the weather? It has been a crazy week for weather. I'm in Massachusetts, and we got hit by a huge snowstorm on Saturday. Last Saturday. And because of it, we've had no classes all week. Half the people in the state are without power, actually a bit more than half, really. And people have been living at my school as if it's like a refugee shelter. It has been the weirdest week ever. I mean, it was like right before Halloween when the storm hit. And it was crazy because I went home for the weekend to go to my cousin's thingy. And then the storm was Saturday night. So I came back to school Sunday, and when we were driving down like the road to get to the school, my mom and I kept going, "Oh my gosh, look at that. Look at all those trees falling. Look at all these wires in the road. What the heck?" So I wasn't surprised when we didn't have any power. That's what happens when there's wires in the road. And trees on top of the wires. Anyway, so there were all these wires around. And then my mom and I looked around and were like, wow, there's no power, there's no electricity at all. So we went to Walmart, not in Westfield because they didn't have power. So we had to go to a town a few towns away who had power, and it was mobbed because they were one of the only towns with power. So, sorry, it's like looking in a mirror and I just had to keep fixing stuff. A little OCD. Anyway, so we went to this other town and I bought flashlights and non-perishable food and all that good stuff, and then Mom dropped me off back at school. And then I got a voicemail from my school. They like to send me voice messages. It's really annoying because it gets up by minutes. Anyway, I got a voicemail from them saying no class till Wednesday. And I'm like, alright, whatever, no class till Wednesday. Fine. But then I got another voicemail on Tuesday night saying no class till Monday. We had a whole week without class because of 3 inches of snow. That's about as much as we got out here at my school. 3 inches. No class for a whole week. It's been the most crazy week ever because, like I said, there's people living at the school as sort of a refugee shelter. And so all the residents of my school have been told, stay in your rooms, be respectful, don't get in anyone's way. Most of the people went home because a week without classes, that's good a reason as any to go home, have a vacation, But I had just come back from going home, and I'm like, I'm not coming back. Because I was going out of my mind with boredom because nobody wanted to do anything nobody wanted to do anything I wanted to do. Like, my sister didn't want to watch TV at all, so she just wouldn't allow the TV to be on in the living room, which kind of sucks. And then my dad kept watching football. Football. I'm so sick and tired of sports. And he's like, from, like, October to February, you can't expect me not to watch football every day. And I'm like, every single day, Dad, come on. So I was bored at home. So I came back to school, lived without power until, like, Monday night, which isn't that bad, actually, considering some people still don't have power. I just talked to a friend of mine. She doesn't have power. Still. And it's been a week since the snowstorm. Like, today is the anniversary of 1 week since the snowstorm. It started snowing at about 4 or 5 in the afternoon, and it's about 10:30 in the morning now. But yeah. And they still don't have power. Like, no electricity, no heat, no running water, because it's been insane. Our state was just pummeled to death. Like, so many people don't have power, and it's just, I feel bad for them. Like, I have power, and I have internet, and I have cable, and all that good stuff, and I just feel so bad for the people who don't, Although not bad enough to actually give it up. Not that I would have any reason to give it up, because they're not letting the, you know, townsfolk live in the dorm rooms themselves. They made a temporary shelter with bunks and stuff like that for them, and, you know, they have TV and stuff for the kids and whatever. That would be such a boring way to live. I just can't even imagine. Anyways, back to me and reasons for me blogging about me. I'm a little vain. Just fact of life. I'm a little tiny bit vain. So, I like to talk. I like to hear myself talk, actually. And this way I can talk without it looking weird. This is just weird if I'm sitting alone in my dorm room. Nice dorm room, by the way, isn't it? Anyway, if I'm sitting alone in my dorm room and I just start talking and talking and talking and talking to nobody. So now I can talk to my computer. Works for me. Yeah, I guess that's enough for a first blog. I'll probably post more in an hour or so.